y'all doing? This is Devorjae, and this is Truth 7. And today, as you guys know, if y'all have looked at any of my channels or know what being highly conscious is, and seeing past the veil, and understanding that there is no such thing as coincidences or conspiracy. Once you reach a certain awareness, you can be aware of many things going on in this world. And today I'm really going to just talk about the SANDRA Blaine, whatever name, situation. So, all in all, if you listen to any high occultist, high spiritualist, any higher awareness being, they would let you know what the media is and what it does and how it works. And as I have said in other videos I've done, as many other aware people would say, that only because of the major national incidences, those trickle down into actual crimes happening. Monkey see, monkey do. So I'm going to first by letting you know that this is all acting, this is all fake, and I will go into detail and I will explain everything, go into the reason being why. So this is the approach you have to take to 9/11s, to Sandy Hooks, and the thing is, a lot of these things are being televised and put out to the public at a rapid rate this year because of the Black Lives Matter. And honestly, I'm just going to say this right here: stop calling yourself black. I know, and if you studied more, you should refer to yourself as more, and that would help out when you get in these types of situations, such as SANDRA Blaine did, in understanding truly your rights, and if you are really being apprehended, just knowing what to do, which is why I'm just going to go into. I really don't like talking about these things and don't like getting into them because people are fooled, and if you're speaking against the same fake, people get very emotional and don't use their logical mind and take the time to use what the mind is next to the ears to listen. They just want to feel it out and get the mid-message is trying to get across. Obviously, people are always saying, oh, black versus white. But anywho, y'all have to look at the facts that for this person, SANDRA, to be a black activist, a speaker, someone who encourages people, this rules, it doesn't rule out suicide, it doesn't rule out those things, but look at her position, look at the impact that it will make on people from hearing that, oh, someone part of the Black Lives Matter, part of black activists trying to fight against this type of stuff, who goes against all this stuff within her profiles and whatnot. And if you search this stuff up, she's only been doing this stuff for the last not even a year. So people who are black activists or activists in anything and have a good footing and pool, they've been doing this for years, and they let it be known in their personality. And even in videos you see of her, there's a lot of things, and I just want to touch on everything to pull this veil over you guys' heads, but it doesn't matter if she was dead after the mugshot, during the mugshot, dead when she was in the police car, dead in the cell, dead when they put her on the ground, dead in the car. You have to realize you're watching TV. There's a lot of acting going on, and yeah, they got videos showing a guy putting something in the trash can, doing all this stuff. But you guys have to realize that these are higher vibrational reptilian beings that can shift and do things and know how to work frequencies. So the fact that there are people who study video and are on that same eye level and know it's been known that they're glitching the video, if they're changing, they're trying to switch around the video, whether it's to cover up something or whether it's not to cover up something, is the fact that there's something wrong going on every level. I'm trying to tell you guys that this is not real. This is provoking. This is how. That's how they do it. It's so easy. So look, they wanted to say, and this is also going to help support the non-legalization of marijuana, because they're going to want to blame it on that, saying, oh, well, she had all this in her system prior to her death or going into death. And everyone knows, well, no one knows, but marijuana is used most like by over 50% of the world. Everyone does, which is why it's not going to not be used. I don't even want to go into the whole marijuana talk. But this is supporting action for future things of why they are going to bring that up and put that within the story. Obviously, if this woman knew her rights and knew how things go, she cooperated into the whole thing. Within the authority and the control of the situation was leaning more towards the lead officer, who he wanted her to put out the cigarette in her car. Cigarettes aren't illegal. She's smoking a cigarette. She had just been pulled over a traffic stop, and the officer asked what was wrong with her, and she let him know what was wrong. And because he didn't like that, that happens every day in a traffic stop. But the thing was, either way you look at it, the case would have been won by SANDRA if it was actually going to go to court. It was going to be won by her, because that's just how it would go, because the evidence was in the video from a bystander and also from the dashboard, which is why you can say they wanted to edit or move it around. But to make this story believable and reasonable, they're going to move it around. There are plenty of pictures of SANDRA, and keep this in mind, you just start hearing about SANDRA within the last year, and you go on her Facebook, she's not active in the community. But if you don't study this high stuff, you won't notice when you look at her pictures, her eye shifts, her triangle pupils. You won't notice the teeth change. You won't notice those things unless you're aware and know of that. And keeping in mind, this is media. 95% of what you see on the media is not true. And people, you can say whatever you want. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You can believe in the Charleston shooting. You can believe in theater shootings. You can believe in 9/11. You can believe in Sandy Hook. You can believe in all these national, I don't want to say catastrophes, but these national stories that they put in front of your face and handpick when situations like this are happening day by day. But this is shown to you just to let you know how the martial law is going to be input. And only we could change that. And it's not a coincidence, or it just so happened they choose a black activist leader for Black Lives Matter. And there's a lot of evidence to look at. There's a lot of evidence to support that this is a lot of acting going on. I guess furthermore going into it, I don't want to answer a phone, that'd be rude, because I'm really trying to get y'all to see past the veil. I haven't studied that much into letting you know the ocular sciences with the names being used within this case and everything. But this, I don't even watch the news for this reason, because it lets you guys know every month there's going to be a story. There's going to be something like, hey, this happened, and it's happening to a black person. Y'all just need to really see past this, and that these are all lies, and this is only to get and to hear and get you to think of things, to create animosity, which particular beings feed on, and causes you to act certain ways. But I really do want to hit on more with this case, because people, obviously it's injustice and nothing fair seen within all this. So give me a second. I'm going to answer this. Hello? He's not in here right now. He's with another customer. But yeah, but I'm gonna call you right back because I'm doing a video on this SANDRA blank stuff and trying to let the world know that it's with the. Yeah, he stepped out for a second with the customer. Okay, to have something ready. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. That was my lady calling. Some business that we got, but people who study graphics and visuals, they understand the manipulation going on in videos. These are impersonators putting a story out for you to believe, to rile you up and encourage you to think things. Because it's obviously seen, and even in media, where you have media defending the cop side, the justice side, saying that she brought it upon herself when she did everything right, she didn't do anything wrong, but only because the one standing up in the situation wanted something to be done that wasn't within his rights, within his boundaries, and she denied it. All of a sudden is, get out the car, you're under arrest. That's not how it goes. And believe me, I know. I'm pretty sure a lot of African Americans, Moors, don't call yourself black. That's all they know. So I guess I'm going to end this video right here and ask you guys, for the most part, you can believe if you want, but look into situations like 9/11. Look at situations like Sandy Hook. Look at these national stories that they want to be known to people. Trayvon Martin, all these things. Please believe me, they are not real. And they're encouraging people on a smaller level with your mindsets to do the same things, which is why you do have high crime rates in cities. Monkey see, monkey do. And I guess that's going to be it. I just want to leave you saying, learn and open your third eye so you can see everything. Alright guys, good night.